And the 3 is be desired.
Alright. In Genesis chapter 3 and verse 16. 15?
Yeah.
Genesis 3 and 15. I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed, and it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow,
She was good for food
and thy conception in sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee.
Yeah, and your desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. But how Esau have it today, Esau make a switch. So turn the tables upside down. Understand? The scripture talk about that also. So instead of the woman being her desire shall be unto her husband, it flip, and the man designed the woman now. That's why these men going on their knees and paying and asking these women to marry them. When they're supposed to be the woman designed to marry the man. Understand? But that is how it is. That is how Esau set it up for their downfall. Just like how he set up Eve in the garden for her downfall, and for Adam's downfall, it's the same thing he doing with us today. But he cannot catch the elect with that bullshit doctrine. He can't make the elect drink of that wine. And those philosophies that he pushing. Where a woman above a man and supposed to be equal, and woman supposed to have rights. Yeah, that are rights. But the rights is not the same rights as a man. You understand? It has scriptures with justice for women it has scriptures speaking about justice for the women in the Bible. But don't get carried away with them things. Don't feel a woman when they see that woman can just buck up against a man and talk what she wants and that kind of thing. No, it don't go so.
Read Esther.
Understand? Exactly with the queen. She get power away one time. They say if she could do that to the king, what happened to the king's soldiers? What happened to the rest of the men in the kingdom? The wives would have to behave similar. Esau pushed that rule and Eve wanted to be liberated long time, or above she has one long time, and she just take it. Now she being humble, and it even have more humbling to come. She had no work. You can't have a lot of women out here without jobs just now. And they don't know how to they don't know how to get work, but how to get money, but by work or by working their body for money. Understand?
As you have say, you take it the wise in their own craftiness. That's what happened to these women as well. They get taken in their own craftiness because they thought going to these schools and getting a degree and education was a wise thing to do. The wisest, and let's forget the man, get the man out of the picture. But that was the plan, the agenda, the so-called white man, to bind the strong man. That's why they spoil a house. When you read in Matthew 12, how can one spoil a house except he first bind the strong man, get the man out of the home, run the man, empower the women, get them a proud, puffed up mentality. You gotta act like a woman, think like a man, that's all. Get them that kind of mentality where they think that they more mature and they more developed than men on a whole, so they don't need a man. Get the man and run the man out and then fail. That is what happening. The house spoiled. Like a city without walls, where there is no hedge, the possession is spoiled. The scripture say that precept.
I don't really thought we changed it down.
Where?
Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse 22. How long wilt thou go about with thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord Yahweh hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
Can. A woman shall compass a man. Understand? A new thing. Because it was never so. When you see now a woman telling them how to do and come out of his house, you understand? And she taking chair and a woman can't raise. The scripture talk about being sympathetic to the widows. Never said to the widower, meaning a woman that her husband died. Understand? Because that's the provider for the household. Because I never expected a woman to provide for she was for that house.
Can't.
So when I talk about household without a man in it, it's supposed to say scriptures talk about seeing about the fatherless, not the motherless. If the woman was so important to providing for her household, or so important to raising up her children, so that we talk about being there for the motherless, but talk about being there for the fatherless. Meaning, if a woman had 2 children and the father died, you could take care of them, to guide them, because there would be no guidance with the woman. When you see she had 2 children, there is no husband, and she's struggling. She's trying to juggle in between tasks. Understand?
Can't forget the father. By the father. Scripture talk about the father that take care of his daughter. You know, he just lose a lot of the care for her. It's not only a mother that's raised a child. The scripture say what? In Sirach 3 and verse 8, it says, honor thy father firstly, and mother, both in word and deed, that a blessing may come upon thee from them. Your father, says verse 9, for the blessing of the father establisheth the houses of children. If the father don't get run, the house ain't gonna get blessed. But the curse of the mother rooted out foundations.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, and the mother actually cursing them by running the father. Because by a woman running child father. You tell the child you could grow up how you want.
You can grow up soft, you can grow up girly, you might even turn into homosexual.
So she don't even care about her estate. She don't even care about her son or her daughter estate. Because I now run the one who's supposed to protect and care for you. And they're going on probably get a next man to interfere with the child. You understand? All these things these women doesn't consider.
You understand? That's what they were going on exactly. These women and them think that they could raise children by themselves and all kind of thing. Because there's the one push. Yes, you push out the child, you nurse it. You get, but which many of them ain't doing that. They're going to buy formula. The man just had to come and say, oh God, give the child some breast now. Because they find that the breast looking too nice and plumpy to get that child to suck. These wicked women. Alright? Our next precept here, jumping up in verse 5, it says, whoso honoreth his father shall have joy of his own children, and when he maketh his prayer, he shall be heard. You understand? Because the father too is the main teacher in the home. The main teacher in the home. So the father is the one who would pass on the knowledge onto his sons, how to be a man too. You know, this is what you have to do. This is how you even have to deal with women. So men growing up out here, they didn't even know how to deal with a woman. You know, because they didn't learn properly from their father, because their father was totally driven out of the picture. So it's an unbalanced home we having. A man that is born of a woman is a few days. You know? That's why many of you jakes out there, you're in and out of the prisons too, because you're emotional. Your mother raised you. So you don't know how to deal with certain things on a logical level, but just emotion.
Everything is just a loud mouth reaction. Every time somebody tells you something, it's a backlash. That's how these women just behave. And these men seen that thing, so as seen that behavior, so as somebody tell them something, they're always quick to be aggressive.
The proof is the mother that's how this what raised them up. As a boy says something, my mother what? You say about my mother there? And a whole war could break loose. Even when I went to school, that was the most insulting thing I could tell a man. Just say your mother anything. He will kill you. You understand? You could say father this, father that. Just don't say mother. These manginas and them. And then knowing the mother was wicked. And a lot of these men, next thing they do, I was trying to remember. And I thought one of the things they just do is they just watch the children and tell them, you see you, it's just like your father. You know? Just like your father. And a lot of the hatred towards, like when they see a woman do like she's son and she run them and thing, is because when she see that son, she just remember he, you know. You understand? So that child, guess what? He growing up without the love of his father and the love of his mother. So we're going to go, when he get big, who he going to have love for? Because iniquity abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And it's iniquity to have a man to run the man out of the house. I sin. I sin. You run your man out of the house, you sin. You're a sinner. And you're going to face judgment for that. Because what? A man, same Isaiah 32, a man shall be a hiding place in that day. As a fucking drink of water in a dry land. That's what a man going to be like. But when you don't run your man, who you going to go to? And try to come to the man below. And what going to go on?
Most I can turn it back to what it was. I'm going to bring a precept here. The Isaiah 1 verse 1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name.
I'm mama guy thing, you know.
To take away thy approach.
I'm mama guy thing, they come with it, you know.
But it's just a touch out on how right now in this present day a man kneeling and bowing to a woman and the mama right there. She gonna be running the yawning now and she needs a on the right there.
Patrimony.
So you're going back to the right way.
Not matrimony. Matrimony gonna be something long gone. It's gonna be patrimony now.
You don't know the cat got no bread. So you eat your own bread.
Yeah.
Fuck all that.
Mama guy thing about eat your own bread and wear your own clothes. You just need to come to get fucking bread.
Hey. You see they come with it, even in that time when they come with a fucking guy and they deceive them.
Let me be with you now. Just let me be a woman rolling with you. I will do this for you and I will do
we
that.
want to be woman for. If they could get your own bread and their own fucking garments.
Mama guy. We see right through that script that say, behold, I give unto you power to tread upon serpents and scorpions. That is all here. He gave me the power to tread upon firstly serpents, which is Esau, the so-called white man who funded feminism, and you scorpions, you women. The scripture says in the Sirach, same Sirach, it says, he that had hold on an evil wife is like as though he held on to a scorpion. You know? So that is it. Yeah, something else I think to say.
That is it. So you women could continue in your behavior and not change. You know, and it's going to have a lot more cases like this. Matter of fact, anybody calling, if I want to call, no one tells you, hey, girl, that is it, she open up she legs. Why? Because you put yourself in that situation, you gotta stick to your man, and all the way that good, I'm good, but now you're in a vulnerable case, you're in a vulnerable position, I mean. You understand?
And then too, what more we go with she too? What's this surname she get?
Kim Karan.
Kim Karan. She mother him so Moby always tell she don't go and get no blackhead boy, you know. Go and get in, go and get Kim Karan. And Kim Karan come and fuck you up. Like what going there? Go and get Kim Karan, because that's what they tell the daughter, you know. Don't go and get them nappy head nigga and them, you know. Me can get a white man or some other race. And the same thing come and bite you. You understand? Judgment from Yahweh Bashem Yosham. We're going to see, as the brother was saying earlier, we're going to read about more only like that. More they're going to be popping up, especially like all this time, because there's that second video, there's actually a second video like this what we're doing. The other woman that I didn't know her, we didn't know, none of us knew her, but she was a security. She worked 12 hours a day. You understand? She talked about how she wished, how things were supposed to be. She's supposed to have food in she cupboard, all them things, and she not having it. She wanted to be a police. She had dreams, and basically them dreams being crushed by prophecies. You understand? So that will be the end. In the end, and you women that listen, you sisters that listening to this, that have a husband of the Lord, a man of the Lord, and you're trying your utmost best to serve him with all humility, continue. If it don't fall in your garden, don't plant it. You understand? You continue being the woman that you are. The scripture says, the woman that fear the Lord, she shall be praised. You know? So until next time, you want to say, Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yoshai, Ba'ashem, Makakodash, the Balanas, the elders and apostles of great millstone, our teachers that surely do well. Alright? Mamat Lababa.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.